What is happening, YouTube? How y'all doing? It is Friday. You missed me yesterday. I'm sorry. My sales have been terrible. What in the world is going on with eBay these days, man? We'll go over some of that and a bunch of other stuff. My name is Joe. Been reselling. Well, first, welcome to the channel. Been reselling for 8 years full time, but I've been selling stuff on eBay since 2000, back in my college days. So I've been around the block a few times. I know how stuff goes. I got a lot to share here. I'm here every day anyway, so I might as well share with you guys what's going on. So that's what we're here to do. We're gonna go over sales. Just gonna go off top of my head on some topics that I just kind of want to talk about, just because why not? I haven't been around since the day before yesterday, so I might as well. And yeah, I get it. We'll have a fun little Friday. So just to cover a few things. I've got almost all my stuff up. There was no sales today, or at least none that were close. So no yard sales going on today. It's kind of overcast, not looking the best. We had a bunch of rain yesterday, so it doesn't surprise me. But not a lot of stuff popping today on a Friday. I don't do estate sales too much, so or at least this time of year I don't do estate sales too much. So tomorrow's yard sale day. Getting ready for the hunts, man. So I'll definitely make sure I get another video tomorrow of all the stuff that I picked up. But basically, tonight I'll get my routes together. So what I do for yard sales is the night before I go on Facebook and yardsale.org, I think it is, or .net, whichever one it is. And I'll look up the yard sales for the weekend or for Saturday. And then I'll start plugging my map through Google Maps and plugging the addresses through and start mapping my route to try to make my time or try to make my route as efficient as possible. This last thing you want to do is, well, to each his own, but I don't like going out just willy-nilly trying to find sales. I mean, I'd rather just know that I got 10, 15 lined up, ready to go. And then on my route, if I happen to see one, then I'll stop, with some extra ones. But I do try to map myself and make it efficient as possible. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. I typically do it the night before. So anybody that posts stuff like the day of or the morning of, I typically miss out on. It's just, I mean, there's so many of them. I don't think it's possible to hit them all anyway. But that's what's happening today. So another kind of chill day. I've had a few sales, nothing crazy. That's why I wasn't on yesterday. Just sales have been slow, man. Still slow. I know we had a good week last week, but overall, it was just 2 days with a couple big items. Otherwise, it was still a slow week even last week. So I'm still kind of like, yeah, we're close to hitting goal. Like we're still like $500, $600. Actually, I think we're like $600 out from still making goal, and it's Friday. So if you've been with me before, my goal is 200 a day, 100 bare minimum, but that's not my goal. So 200 a day is my goal. I think we may have hit it today. I just had a sale come through before I jumped on. So we may have hit it today, but yesterday I think I had $32 in sales, so that's why I didn't jump on. I had two little DS games sell, so I didn't jump on yesterday. Today I think we're sitting on 4 sales. Again, nothing crazy, but I'll share what sold yesterday and today, and yeah. And then I kind of wanted to go over like things. I've been watching some guys about like, like is yards is reselling dead, and is reselling. There's a lot of people leaving the reselling community, and the reselling, is not really profitable. And, I don't know, lately I just feel like I've been going down rabbit holes of those kind of videos on YouTube. So I figured I'd give my 2 cents, and maybe label the video like, eBay's not dead, or I don't know, some sort of clickbait. I'm not good at that clickbait stuff, but, however we want to word it, but figure something out. This is how you sell on eBay. I don't know. But I mean, anyway, let's go over sales, and then I'll kind of drop some things as I go. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's drop some things. So yesterday, the only thing that sold yesterday, I sold actually a Nintendo 64 controller, and I sold Amazon for $16 plus shipping, and then I sold a Animal Crossing for $16 plus shipping as well. So those are the 2 sales from yesterday. I actually have them packed up here. I didn't get a chance to get them out yesterday. Shame on me. But as y'all know, so far the test, because in the past it's worked for me. So somebody dropped it in the comments and said, if you have 24 hours set up, and even if you put your label within 24 hours or print your label within 24 hours, if you don't actually ship it, then you get dinged. Well, the other, was it a week and a half ago, I shipped I was late on like 3 items or 4 items that I ended up doing exactly this, packing them the day they were ready, or they were supposed to go out, getting the label on them the day they were supposed to go out, which in this case, these 2 were supposed to go out yesterday, but the label's created and everything's in the system. Now they'll get scanned today. Now the person in the comment said because they get scanned the next day, then that means you'll get the ding on your account. Well, I'm pretty sure you won't. I haven't seen them come through. Let me look at it actually, because the ones from 10 days ago or something like that, I don't think have touched my account as far as that goes. But we'll find out here in a second, and we'll monitor it because these are going to end up doing the same thing if so. But in my experience, it doesn't ding your account. But let me just confirm that. Let me see if I got any. Let's see, seller rating. Late ship rate, I'm sitting at 25%. Excuse me, I'm sitting at 0.25%. Tracking uploaded and time validated, and then what's this 0.25%? Get full report. So I've had 1 late transaction, which was Pac-Man back on March 25th. So this evaluation is through April 30th. I'm pretty sure that video and those items were like the end of April, but I could be wrong. We'll let this go for another week or so and see if those items hit my account. I don't think they're going to. And then these are 2 more items that I don't think will end up hitting the account either. Like I said, if you have 24 hours set up and today's the day they need to go out, if something happens today and you can't get them out, as long as you get your label on them and printed and tracking uploaded, in my experience, as long as they do go out that following day, you're good. So in this case, these were supposed to go out yesterday. The time limit was yesterday. I printed the labels, didn't get a chance to get to the mail lady, but they're actually going to go out today. So these technically, in my experience, won't ding my account. I've had a couple folks comment otherwise that it will. So far, the test shows that it will not. And these will be further testing to see if they do or don't. So if you want to drop a comment, let me know how it works for you. But I can tell you based on my experience, if you have 24 hours set up and you happen to not get them out for the following day, so essentially 48 hours, but as long as you print that label within 24 hours, you're good. Now, I've never tested if I've held on to that package for 2 or 3 days and then ship it. I'm sure then it gets dinged as late because it won't arrive in time. Now, what happens is from my understanding, as long as it's still, the label's printed, the scan may not happen, but as long as it still delivers within that time period. With Ground Advantage, you've got 5 days, up to 5 days for it to deliver, or 7 days or something like that for it to deliver to still be on time. I think we're good. I think it's good. Anyway, let's go over our sales for what we've sold between yesterday and today now. We've got, I did have something sell. Cool. All right. So, just put this, I sold a lens, which I just put up yesterday for $100. It was a Nikon lens that came with a Nikon old school N50 Nikon film camera. And it had 2 lenses with it. I got it when I was at Myrtle Beach at Pawleys Island, Murrells Inlet, I think 2 weeks ago now. And it had the camera itself. I thought it was going to be a big score. Well, it was still a great score actually, but I thought the whole bundle was going to be like $200 or so. Well, the camera itself is like 20, 30, 40 bucks. If you have the bundle with the lenses on, maybe $60, $70. It don't go for much. So I was like, you know what? I can get more just out of the lenses. So I took the 2 lenses off, put those up separate, and then I took the shell, the camera itself, and put that up for like $30. It works and it's in great condition, but I that's when, dropping nuggets here. Sometimes it's better to part things out, or to piece things out. Not so well, part things out too, but piece things out. So in this case, it was, instead of lumping it as a lot, I believe, and I'm confident, I'm going to make more parting it out, or piecing it out. So in this case, the one lens already sold for $100. The other lens I think is up for $60, and then the camera's up for $30. So I should get close to $200 for this bundle when it's all sold. So that's, again, in my experience, that a lot of times helps when you part things out. Part things out is more if it doesn't work, and then you can sell parts of it. Piecing things out is like, it's a bundle, but like in a case where I had gotten a camera back, I don't know, a few months back, and the dock for it sells for like $200 by itself. It was a Sony one, and it's an older one, but apparently the dock so in other words, the dock is, you plug it in, and the camera sets on it and it charges it. So it's a dock, and that thing sold for like $200. If I had bundled everything together, the whole bundle would get about $200. So I was like, forget that. I'll sell the dock for $200 by itself, and then the camera and the other parts for it for like another $100 or whatever. So I was able to squeeze more out of it, because sometimes it's better to, I know it's like, well, when do I and when do I not? Well, the best thing I can say is sometimes it's intuition, because in that case, I was like, let me look up this dock just to see what this goes for, because I don't normally come across the docks. So and I know just sometimes certain accessories for electronics can be crazy. So sure enough, it was crazy. I was like, whoa, I'm glad I looked this up. So even me being a tenured, reseller, sometimes I forget to, or don't, look everything up in a particular bundle, because I assume it's going to go better as a bundle. But there are times when certain items will go better if you sell them separately away from the bundle, and piece them out. So is there a rhyme or reason? Is there the best thing I can say, is there a set rule of thumb or anything? Really just look all the stuff up that you sell. Like if it's a bundle, like yesterday, the camera, I just looked all 3 lenses up and the camera itself, and then looked to see what bundles were up and then what they sell for individually. It takes an extra minute or two, but that it gives you a better picture of what's happening, and then gives you a better gives you a better avenue or more knowledge to which route you can decide what is best for me, how to list this particular items and or bundle. So looking them all up individually is probably my rule of thumb. And again, is it does it happen all the time where something is more, and does it happen all the time that the bundle sells for less versus a particular item for more? No, but I'd rather look it up and know. So that's my little nugget. So if you get things like that in a bundle, best to just look them all up at each individual piece, because you never know. Sometimes you get blown away and you're like, oh my goodness, this piece alone is like $40 by itself. So sometimes it's better just sell that piece separate. Anyway, we had 5 sales totaling. I'm not even in my total yet. Let me get to my sales. So 5 items. Excuse me. Let's see, orders. $308.25. So the dollar amount's not good. 5 sales. Between yesterday and today, I got 700 items up. So really, to be at 1%, I need 2 more things to sell. Well, I would have needed 2 more things, because my day start, technically I'm kind of resetting now once I get everything packed and shipped. So tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, I need another 7 things to sell. Ideally, you want 1% of your items to sell through your store. So that kind of goes back to like a 100% sell-through rate, almost 90 days. Basically 1% of your items a day. So that's kind of what I look at is, obviously I'm struggling a little bit. Yesterday I only had 2, so that was really bad. Today I'm at 5. Yep. So that's still not great. So it's crazy. The dollar amount's fine. 308.25 hit my goal. After shipping, I'll probably be at like 250, 260. Great. Met my goal. That's awesome. And I'm happy about that. But I'm also, the number of items need to be selling as well. The sell-through rate is the other thing to look at. You know what I mean? So it's another piece of the pie. So there's that. So let's go over these 5 items. Then I'll kind of share a few things as far as, what I think on some of these YouTube videos I've been watching about how to start reselling, or is reselling real, or can you really make money reselling, and all that kind of stuff. $308.25 after shipping, fees, $250-ish, $260-ish, right? And then, so what am I in on these items? Well, the camera I think I got for like 10. I sold a Xbox for 95. I think I'm in the Xbox for like $40 maybe. A plush I got sold for 20. I'm in for $1. A game I'm in probably $1 or $2. Another game I'm in for maybe another $1. So what am I in? $250, $260 minus like, I don't know, $60 in purchasing cost. So, Is it profitable? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, I don't break down my stuff every time like that, like what my end cost is versus what I actually sold. I mean, I can certainly, you know, for folks that are speculators and doubters, I can certainly do that. So if you're a doubter, speculator, hater, drop it in the comments. I'll be glad. I'm transparent. I'll be glad to, you know, go over that kind of stuff too. But ultimately, I do, reselling's not dead. Let's start there. Reselling's not dead. eBay's not dead. The other platforms are just taking more eyeballs from eBay. So, you know, that's why I've said before, I need to, at some point, if I don't do it proactively, which I've started, but I haven't completed, but if I don't do it proactively, then it's going to end up happening because of my sales are not where they need to be, and I'm going to end up doing it reactively. But starting cross-listing through, like Whatnot and Macari and Posh and things like that. I think it's Vendu, as I started the account already through Vendu. So it's a matter of, you know, actually completing that and then starting to get more my stuff out on other platforms, get more eyeballs on it as well. Like I said, eBay's been really good. So, you know, so I haven't had to do that. We meet our goal. It works for us. Call it complacency, call it just whatever you want to call it, but it's working. So I don't see a need to change it. But like I said, it's either going to be proactive or reactive. Hopefully it's on the proactive side, because I've started to be a little proactive because I see the benefits. I see other YouTubers. I see that I could sell like an extra, I don't know, 5 items a week would be great. You know what I mean? Just by having them on other platforms, if more would be even amazing. But so eventually I'll get there. But yeah, so eBay's not dead. I'm saying all that to say eBay's not dead. It's certainly, there's eyeballs other places and there's attention going other places, 100%. Is reselling a real thing? Yes. I mean, I've been doing it for 8 years full time. I've still got a roof over my head and, you know, food on the table. Bills are paid. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not losing money. So, am I making as much money as I'd like? Well, right now, not. I mean, I'm hitting goal, but I'm not. I mean, obviously, you want to be over goal, and it's kind of like when you get paid the same amount from a job, you want to get a raise at some point, right? Well, that's kind of like, for me, cross-listing in other places could end up being my raise, essentially. So I need to, again, probably be proactive in that respect. But absolutely, reselling comes down to hustle and drive, man. Self-motivated. Because if you're not hustling and driving and you're not self-motivated to get up and do it, this ain't for you. So if you have those qualities and you can sell, obviously, sales, gotta sell, gotta be, gotta, you know... So, and then you got to be a hustler at sourcing and find different ways to source and be the first one there, you know, be on Marketplace or be at the estate sale, or, you know, go to the auctions, or you got to go places. You got to be out and about and do things. So it's not just going to fall in your lap. You know, I mean, I'm not Digital Danny and out just, you know, posting stuff from Amazon into some website that I'm now getting affiliate sales from and all that it's all just sitting in front of a computer. What we do, you got to be out and about doing info hunting and sourcing. So, and that can be cutthroat sometimes. You got to be able to negotiate on the fly, real time, know what things are, you know, worth. And if you don't, you got a handy dandy tool, what I'm recording this on, a phone, that you can look things up. And don't be the ignorant person that looks things up on the surface. So in other words, I just looked something up. I saw it on eBay for $300. Oh, that's great. Awesome. So now you're charging me $300 because you saw it on eBay for $300. So then I'm going to look at an eBay and I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at comps that sold, not what's up for $300. Now I'm going to look to see what they've sold. Oh, they're only selling for $60. These people have it up for $250, $350. They're only selling for $50 to $70, $80. 61. You know what I mean? Now I can show you that this is what things are selling for. And if you're not doing that and drilling down to what things are actually selling for, you're gonna have a hard time, man. And I come across resellers all the time that are that you know, that first number they see on Google search, or that first number they see on eBay search. They don't drill down any further. It's like, that's not what they're selling for. Okay, that's fine. You want 300? That's fine. I'll pass. I really want it and I'll pay up, but we ain't even the right ballpark. You know what I mean? So, So you can't be that person. You got to comp your stuff right. You know, my eBay store is on the high side of comps, you know, because I end up doing the promotion sales and things like that, and things come down in the offers and things like that. But a lot of these people are setting their prices, and it's like, whew, you're going to have a hard time selling stuff. You know, like you might be able to source, you might have good stuff, but if you're not priced right, you're going to price yourself out. That's another part of the puzzle, man. Another part of the pie. And if you're not doing it well there, then you're gonna struggle. So, and that's people kill me like, man, I'm not able to sell the stuff, or I'm, you know, got a whole bunch of probably your prices. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm looking at myself and looking at my prices because I know I start high. So I was actually going to start another promotion on all my new items because I got like 300 and some items that I've put up in the past 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, probably about the last 3 weeks or so. I probably put up another 300 items. None of those are under the promotion I put up almost a month ago, and that promotion is getting ready to end at this point. So I'm going to go in today. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to go through my eBay stuff, cancel any promotions or markdown sales on either one of my eBay accounts, and then I'm going to start fresh with new promotions, new sales strategies. So basically, the way I do it is anything that's like 90 days or older, I do a markdown promo on. And then anything that's 90 or days up to about, you know, last maybe week or two, weekish, I'll put on just the promotion where they get more eyeballs on it. So you know, 5%, whatever, to get more traction, but I don't actually put a markdown sale on it. So that's like phase one. And then of course, as those items get down into the 90-day, then they go into phase two, which is kind of, you know, you get the promo and you get the markdown sale. So, because I want to try to get that stuff out of here. So again, that's just what I do. It works for me, but yeah, eBay's not dead. It's certainly slow, and I can certainly tell that, you know, eyeballs are other places, that's for sure. But steady the course, you know what I mean? We're just gonna kind of keep rolling, keep posting. As long as I keep getting stuff. The only concern I have is I'm up to 700 items, and I've only sold, and I put about 300 up, and so I'm not selling as many to keep up with my 1% sell-through rate, which is, you know, probably closer to 75% sell-through rate, or 7.7 per day. The way I look at sell-through rate, and I know everybody looks at that 90-day or that, you know, they want, you know, 100% sell-through rate 90 days, and they do the whole formula and calculation, to figure out their sell-through rate. The way I do it is 1% a day, man. That's the easiest way to do it. So that's another one of my nuggets. If you got 300 items up, you should be selling approximately 3 items a day. That's it. It's that simple, 1%. So if you're under, yeah, it's not too. If you're slightly under, not too bad. If you're over, that's great. But if you're, you know, slightly under, that's not terrible because you want to be around 1%. That's kind of like the standard. So, you know, if you're floating around 300 items and you're only selling like 1 a day, maybe 2, you know, you're sitting around 50% sell-through rate. So anyway, a lot of guys on YouTube I see do the formulas to try to figure out their sell-through rate. The way I do it is just, that's the way I do it. 1% of what you have up a day should be selling, and that's pretty much your 90-day. Now, is this jacket going to be up for, could this jacket be sitting here for a year? Absolutely, it can. That doesn't mean everything in your store sells through in 90 days. That just means that as you're putting things up, you're selling the 1% of your store overall. So I could put this up and sell this right away, or I could put this up and it sits for a year. Ultimately, in the 90 days, am I selling 1% of what I have up or what I've put up? So, yeah, so that's, you know, on a daily basis. So right now I got 706 items up, I think. I should be selling 7 items a day. Right now I'm at 5. Now granted, you know, that's yesterday through today. Now it's Friday. We'll see what happens through the weekend. I will say I only got like 13 items left to put up. I got them all on my phone ready to go. So I've got 13 items to put up, and I got a bin full of jeans in the garage, or in my living room right now, that I'm going to be figuring out. I got Carhartt and Levi's, so those are going to be processed today and put up, at least taken pictures of and taken care of. And then that leaves me 1 bin left of items that's technically in a death pile, which is all military stuff. It's all military shirts mainly. So that'll be another kind of easy process to get through all that. And then I'm caught up. Everything's caught up. On my table that had all that stuff on it from the last yard sales, all the bins that had all my clothes in them from last yard sale season that I hoarded, that I didn't touch all winter, all of it is up. All the Oculuses, the wrestlers, all that stuff. The only thing that's not up, if you follow me before and you hang out with me, is my emergency game pile. So, but outside of my emergency game pile, I got pretty much everything up. I want to say there's just a handful of things again that I got pictures on my phone, and then these 2 bins of jeans and then military, and I'm done. I'm caught up, which is nice because my table is clear. On the other side of my processing table for yard sale stuff that I bring in, or just stuff that I bring in for processing, that table is clear. I got nothing on it anymore, which is amazing. So I'm like 97% through everything. I've got a little bit left to get over the finish line, which, because there's no yard sales today, I'm not going out today. My goal today is to get that knocked out. So tomorrow, when I show you guys what I got for yard sale stuff, I'll also be able to confidently say I am caught up all the way. There's no clothes left at all. There's no jeans, military, no nothing. The only thing that's left right now is what I just picked up, which is what I want to do different this season, is get all the stuff up that I pick up real time within that week, maybe not real time, but within that week. So anything that I pick up Friday, Saturday, I want to have that stuff up that following week. I want it all up, basically. So, Sunday, usually I don't do a whole lot on eBay, but like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all those items are going to get processed, clean, tested, whatever, and up on eBay. So that way Friday I can rinse and repeat. Friday, Saturday, rinse and repeat, source, get what I need, and Saturday kind of chill, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, get that stuff processed, tested, and listed. So that way I'm not getting the death piles. Now, I will say sometimes it is nice to have like the emergency game pile, to have something along those lines in case sales do get stupid slow. You can start putting things up, or you're out of stuff. Tuesday comes and Wednesday comes and I've got everything listed already, right? From the previous Saturday, Friday, Saturday, everything's already up. Come Wednesday, it's going to rain this weekend. Friday, Saturday is going to be raining. So the sourcing opportunities are very low. Maybe marketplace, maybe an estate sale as an alternative. But ultimately, for that example, Friday, Saturday coming up, very little to no sourcing. And I've already got all my items up from the previous weekend. There's no death pile to pull from, so there's no death pile for me to grab anything from. So now what do you do? Well, in my case, I'll have the emergency video game fund, or the emergency video game pile to grab from. But I really, so that'll be nice, but eventually that'll be gone too. And so then, I know death piles are like frowned upon for some and others not. For me, I don't want a death pile. I don't want a bunch of stuff laying around. I want it all up on eBay. I want it to be ready to be sold. Could I see myself maybe toward the end of the season hoarding some things again and putting them in bins again for the winter? Because winter is always slower. Yes. However, this past winter, I did a lot of marketplace stuff, so I didn't really need to tap into anything in those bins. That's why those bins sat till after Christmas, and it's all tons of winter stuff. And then I decided to get a hair up my butt because the stuff needs to get up on eBay, even if it's past winter time. It can't just keep sitting in bins. I need it up, and there's money there too. So I really don't want to repeat that. I'm kind of talking off the top of my head right now. But yeah, so I think this season I'm really gonna be diligent, and what I get is up by like Wednesday, Thursday, and so on. So, and then rinse and repeat. So that way there's really no death pile, and like I said, I may keep adding to my emergency game pile because I don't really mess with a lot of the cartridge stuff. I keep adding to those piles in the event there's winter time, or there's rain, and again, those same examples I gave before, there's nothing to source for the weekend because it's terrible weather, so I can kind of tap into those, which there's a lot. So I definitely have a lot to tap into, which is nice. But yeah, so let me know what you guys do. Do you guys do like a winter pile, death pile, hoard stuff for slow sourcing time? Let me know what you guys do. It's 30 minutes in. I'm going to pull these orders, and I think that's it, man. I think we're going to call it a day. So, first thing that sold was a Xbox. Xbox sold. Actually, I think it's over here. Nope, that one's not it. Is it this one? Nope, that's not it either. Is it this one? Yes, it is. All right, so Xbox sold. This was Xbox 360. Bundled with controller and like 5 games. So bundled with the controller and 5 games. Only sold for $95. I had it up for $120. Guy sent me an offer for $90. I sent him an offer for $100. He sent me $95 back. I said, whatever. So there's that. Georgia Bulldogs. Let's see. Georgia Bulldog. All right, Georgia Bulldogs sold pillow pets. These, honestly, anytime I see these, I pick them up. I don't see them very often, but when they sell quick. This is probably like the 4th one I've sold just over my tenure. Like I said, I don't see them often, but whenever I see them, I pick them up. $20 plus shipping. I got it for $1. Black Ops 3 PS4 sold for $10, free shipping. And then Wii Sports. And then this. Okay, last thing that sold was Wii Sports. Sold for $21 plus shipping. Wii Sports, $21 plus shipping. And then that lens I was referring to. By the way, I put, anytime I get disc only, if you're a game reseller, you come across these all the time, like janky, broken, just not like this one's, that's torn right here. The little plastic's torn off. So I use these for shipping loose games. So the same cost. I used to put loose games in between 2 pieces of cardboard in a bubble envelope. And then I was like, why don't I just start putting them in here? Anyway, and then the lens sold for $100. I just put it up, literally just put it up yesterday. So there's that. Just put this up yesterday. It's a Nikon DX. I forget the DX something. 855? 855, yep. So DX lens. It's got both covers, and then it's got the little pouch. So sold for $100 plus shipping. So that sold literally right before I jumped on. So again, $308.25. It shouldn't cost me more than like $20-30 to ship all this stuff out. The biggest thing is the system. So that's all I got. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. I didn't have a whole lot to go over, but we did burn up 30 minutes. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Hopefully your sales are going well. I'll be back tomorrow with whatever pickups I get. I may do a short, or I may do a full video over by my table and just show off everything that we got. I may do both, because I said I do want to start doing shorts. So if I come across something great tomorrow, I'll do a short on it, and then we'll circle back and do a long video on everything. So that's it for me today. Enjoy your Friday. Be safe. Happy picking. Have a wonderful Saturday, whether you're picking or not, yard sailing or not, whatever it is that you're doing. Have a good Saturday, and we will see y'all probably tomorrow. Later, buddy. Oh, make sure you subscribe.